We're here at the Racing Electronics booth. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. Booth 4721 if you're here at PRI. And of course, Racing Electronics for all your electronic needs. We have talked about all the great guests that have joined us, but we have got the Tom Dawson Trophy. This is from the 2019 Snowball Derby, and Travis Braden is the one that brought it to us. Man, you have added some decorations to this place, man. We appreciate you bringing this trophy over for a few minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I'm actually delivering this to the Arkham Knight Series booth, the CRA Racing Series booth, and I figured we're going to do this interview. I got to stop here first and show it off. So, heck of a trophy, man. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Heck of a trophy, heck of a win. Now, you'd won the Winchester 400 before, so you've won some big races, but what does it mean to you now, 5 or 6 days later, to know you're a Snowball Derby champ?
Well, man, and we were just talking about how the week went. We had a car destroyed in practice, and we're a smaller team, and just to be a part of the show was what we were hoping to do. And we knew we could be competitive, but this was our first attempt at the Snowball Derby, and just all the things. And we were there just to be a part of the show. And it started off bad, and things got better, and it started to look like we had a chance. And, I mean, I tell you what, it was a very special day. We originally thought we finished second, and we celebrated just finishing second like it was a win. So, man, just an incredible weekend.
Let's talk a little bit about that hour and a half, that 2 hours of time, and actually from about 20 laps to go. The last few laps of that race, we kind of know what it's going to be. It's going to be crazy. Walk us through where you were at with the big crash, how you got through all this and put yourself in a spot to get the second place finish.
Yeah, well, to make it brief, and there's a detail that I think a lot of people missed. We had finally gotten to track position about halfway through the race, and we restarted with, I think it was like 10 to go maybe, in fifth position. And we actually made the pass for fourth, and then we got second and third all in one straightaway. We went 3 wide and passed to run. We were running second. And I went into one, I got in a little bit hot, and I drifted up into Casey Roderick, and it got us 3 wide again with Cole Butcher, and the next lap Cole got into me, and I spun.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think we're in overtime actually at that point. And so I thought I was going to run second in the Snowball Derby, which was huge. I get spun. All of a sudden, the whole day's ruined, right? All this progress is done. And unfortunately for Ty Majeski and a few others, the ensuing restart, they all wrecked. I don't know how we made it through, but we did. And then we restart fourth with 2 to go. And somehow, some way, it stuck on the outside, and we ended up doing the thing. So
you finished second. You talk about you celebrated the second place finish. Those hours after the race is over, we know the Room of Doom is coming. Okay, what was that like? How did you learn? How did that all unfold when you found out your second place run ended up the winning run actually?
So we were in tech for about 3 hours before it was all done. And, about an hour into the process, it was very apparent that something was up. We had heard some rumors that it was something to do with a brake caliper or this and that. No real indication yet. Time goes on, and you're just sitting there. Our car had been teched thoroughly. They teched all the same stuff, and we were done. Right, we were basically okayed to clear tech, but we couldn't leave until everyone was cleared.
Yeah.
And it was an awkward situation, of course, because we're all there together, and I don't think it was a performance affecting infraction. So, I felt bad, to be honest with you. I put myself in their team and their driver's shoes, and it felt bad for me, and we would have loved to win the race outright. But at the same time, our team did a fantastic job recovering from the wreck in practice and coming from the back of the field. And it was bittersweet, I guess, best way to put it.
Yeah, that's for sure. When you start to hear rumors, do you dare to dream, or do you say shut up, everybody? How when you start to hear the rumors, what is that like?
Well, yeah, it was like you don't want to get too excited, and again, you don't want to win that way anyway.
Sure,
so
yeah, that's fair point.
It's not really an exciting thing, to be honest with you. But again, we felt very deserving of a good finish after the weekend. I did for my team. I felt like they deserved it. And so it was exciting, honestly, when I knew it was about to happen, because we kind of finally got the word, and I'm watching, and I see them going to grab the trophy, and they bring it over to the car. And I just kind of took a step back, really honestly, and I just kind of watched my guys, my team.
Yeah.
And I see, the eyes light up, a little bit of a twinkle, right? And it was just special knowing the history behind our group of people and what it would mean to all of us and all of them to kind of see that moment. And honestly, again, now I'm just excited to go back for for some more tries at this, and hopefully one year we can win it again outright and pass the room of doom and get that real thrill of getting to celebrate on the front stretch.
What's it been like since you've been declared the winner? The outpouring, the text. What's that been like?
First of all, I want to say, Steven Nassy had reached out to me. His team was really kind. They gave us a honk on their way out of the racetrack.
Okay, yeah,
We were taking victory pictures, and they're driving by and they honk. I mean, it was a horrible day for them and for Steven. And so kudos for the way they handled it. And I got to say too, the outpouring of just people that have supported me for years, people who have helped me, people who have just followed me for years. Winning the Winchester 400, winning my first ARCA Menard Series start at Lucas Oil Raceway, all those things were huge and huge stories behind those two wins. And this was by far the biggest response that I've ever received. And just so many people commented old stories that maybe I hadn't thought about in a little while. And it was a 2 to 3 day span that I was able just to kind of reminisce on my whole career and all the people around me's careers, I guess, and just enjoy it. It's been an enjoyable thing.
Soaking it up. Now you're walking through the show with the trophy, taking it over to the display over there. Where do you go? What kind of stuff do you have planned for 2020 now as you start to come down off from the mountain from Pensacola? What's the game plan? What do you have locked down and ready to go for next year?
Well, as far as racing goes, Team Platinum and I we locked into a deal already a couple months ago for next year. We're going to be doing Snowball Derby. We're going to be doing Winchester 400, All-American, all the stuff we can possibly do. We're trying to work with what seems to be a huge outpouring of people trying to promote short track racing, tracks, promoters, Speed51.com, of course. You guys talking to me, we want to be a part of that. My girlfriend Jess and I are really focusing on taking this stuff to the next level when it comes to promotion and getting involved as racers. Doing our part, I guess you would say. So we're starting with that for 2020, and we're kind of building out, right? Jess and I are going to be moving to the North Carolina area, at least part-time, go back and forth from the north up, doing some late model shows, and have some fun with this right now. This has been an exciting time in my life and in my career and with all the people around us. We've had an enjoyable year, and this is one heck of a way to finish it off, and, you're already starting next year at this point, so.
The irony to me, I watched a video of you and your crew chief and Jess. You were doing a video, who knows you best. You actually met Jess at Pensacola, so this might not even be the best trophy you've gotten from Pensacola. Is that she's standing right over here, so we know that's pretty neat in itself.
Yeah, and I want to say, I will give a shout out. That was actually my spotter, Justin Withers. Thank you, Justin. He did a great job in the race and made some calls, honestly, from the spotter stand. We were in a bad pit stall where our crew chief couldn't see. Kudos to him. But yeah, 2 years ago, Snowball Derby, Snowflake 100 on Saturday night. Jess and I met in the grandstands, and she was a fan of mine, actually. Wanted an autograph and a picture. And we talked very briefly, and she had mentioned something about wanting to get into racing, and it's hard, for girls a lot of times. Yeah. And long story short, I got a hold of her that next week, which was PRI week, and said, come to the PRI show. That's a great place to get involved in racing. And we became really close friends. And then, the history kind of started there, I guess. And now we both got to kiss this snowball in the victory lane 2 years later, right where we met. It's incredible.
Incredible story. Thanks for bringing the trophy over. Congratulations again. Enjoy this success.
Thank you guys very much for having me on. It's been an exciting deal, and it's cool to show this thing off. I didn't really intend for this to be this way, but everyone's loved taking some pictures with it and stuff, so thank you.
Really, really neat. Look at this. The Tom Dawson Trophy, the 52nd annual, the 2019 Snowball Derby. There are all the names. Okay, there we go. All the names up through 2015. Chase Elliott's name there. 2018, and we've got one more to add there. That's Travis Braden. He's joining us here at Racing Electronics. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network talking to all the stars here in the RE booth here at PRI.